Okay, you have to unteach kids bad habits. Sure. Let's go for it.
And notes.
That's just like a new word.
Okay,
that was
yeah.
created.
It doesn't have to be complete, but when you think you've got enough to demonstrate, you can have a seat.
Do you want us to identify main trails?
So,
Okay. Yes, you can. But from this, it's all.
Did you identify the suffixes and prefixes?
Yeah, sorry.
Reteach. I asked you this ever. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
That's
It's a person. Yeah, for a person.
Okay, and
Or for
that was expected.
Bench.
Yeah.
like conductor. It's OR. Is this?
We have enough to
Is
get
this a
through.
suffix?
Okay.
So you would teach
Still
how
yours.
to add n on the end of the word.
Yeah, it's like
It's just a regular past.
irregular.
Past-
It's irregular.
Irregular past
That's
or
what
past voices. Irregular.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I know.
don't know. If there's
That
maybe apple.
They
Oh,
all yeah.
Ooh,
Let's get a quick.
You okay?
Your board is too low.
Depends how tall you are.
Alright.
Can you reach the top, Shona?
On this one I can.
On yours you can.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about no. We do have irregular forms that would have to be taught. The students might not identify them as being connected to the root, but that's why they're called irregular. Edge. Double. What about this? Is this a prefix or a suffix?
What's suffix?
Yeah, you have edge and then you have alo. Okay,
Yeah.
so this would go together and then this would be another one. Okay, good, knowledgeable. Good. Is this an inflection or a derivative?
It depends on
Derivative, because it's a,
derivative.
it could be a gerund and also an adjective.
Okay, depending on the form, yes.
Yeah.
But one of the forms is here.
Yeah.
Right? Good knowingly, unknowingly. Excellent. Okay, over here. What do you guys think? Do you agree with their decisions about inflections and derivatives?
I don't know which, well, yeah. Oh, I see,
Which
sorry.
is taught teaching?
Reteach.
Would that
Does it change the meaning?
Oh, yeah.
How? Right, because it's
Teach me
before.
before, yeah.
Any questions about this? No? Take a minute at the table. There are some copies of the student book, Just Right, for this course. See if you can find one or two examples of inflections and derivatives or word families as vocabulary exercises. I recommend using the table of contents.
Oh, I did just open the newsletter.
It's going to be negative.
So everybody look at Unit 1. So what vocabulary is being taught here?
Adjectives.
Right, personality adjectives. And then, of course, suffixes and prefixes are really important here because we describe people as being the opposite many times. So you can see this here. Can we find one more before we move on?
Always here.
What did I see? What did I see?
Hang on, I think it continues.
Doesn't finish.
That's not good.
What's for professional activity?
Yeah, I guess
Okay,
you
well-
change, yeah, cook guitar, challenge.
So you guys are on the same page? Yeah. Okay, excellent. Okay, all of these different types of organizing vocabulary are featured in here. Each exercise that you find will be chunking or based on word class or based on, etc. So do take a look through this when you're reviewing. You can also read a chapter in this on vocabulary which will reinforce that, and you can see the parallels between how the textbook has been designed and the principles behind the types of exercises that are there. And generally one of these will be an organizing principle in all of the textbooks that you're working with. So do notice how the vocabulary is being chosen. Okay, any questions about that? Nope. There are many ways, of course, that we can put words together to help our memory. We make associations all the time, and we want our students to do the same. So let's say I'm teaching the word guitar. What other things might make sense to teach along with guitar? Okay, instruments. For example, let's list a few more.
Cello, bass,
Gun.
harp.
Oops. Okay. We can go on and on and on. There are lots of them. Now, are any of these instruments more important than any of the other instruments? Some are more common, but again, that depends where you are in the world,
Yeah.
right? Maybe the harp, not so much. Out of that we listen to all the time. I don't know of any classical music fans here. So, but we can say that these generally have an equal class, right? They're all members of the same thing. Can we think of any other examples?
Yeah. Sorry.
Let's say like fruit, for example, apple, orange, banana. When you're teaching one thing that is part of many, there are many other things that are part of it. It's called a lexical set. And these are all words that are part of the same, we can say family, although that's confusing because we're talking about word families. But basically they have no ranking. There are some that are more familiar depending on where you are. And you'll notice that when we find words organized by lexical set, they're the same word class. They're all, in this case, they're all what? Nouns. Okay? So in the very first exercise that we looked at, personality adjectives, that will be another example, right? They're all the same, they're all adjectives, and they all describe the same thing, and they're all sort of equal parts of the same class. Okay, let's imagine it's summer. Has anybody been camping this year?